Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ray Sean Hardy with Boro Office Solutions, Chief Marketing Officer and part owner of Kingdom Consulting Firm. And I'm here with
Mr. Flippy.
Let's Go. And we're going to go in and ask you some questions. This is our Tip Tuesdays, and I hope you're ready.
Hey, yes, sir.
Let's go. So the first question I got for you, what was the first land deal you ever did, and what did it teach you?
So the first land deal that I ever did was actually, it was a house with 30 acres. And at that point, I didn't know a lot about land. So I guess essentially I sold the house, but I didn't know the potential of the land. So when I sold it, the people I sold it to, they had better knowledge and skills than I had. So they were able to maximize that deal better than me. So that kind of put me on the journey, of learning more about land development. So that was my light bulb moment of going deeper into it.
Wow. So basically, you got the land, right? Or
Mhm.
and did you just sell the house and then they did something with the land?
Yes.
Wow. So how did you feel after that? Like you said, it made you learn more or like get into it? Did you feel a type of way about them, or it's just like
No,
just
it was a fair
experience?
deal. I mean, that's what
Right.
we agreed on.
Yeah.
So they didn't do anything wrong, but they just had a better skill set than I had. So I said, man, I learned. And I said, how can I increase my knowledge and my skills so that I can learn how to maximize these type of projects? So it just put me on the learning curve that I didn't have any negative thoughts towards it, but it showed me the potential and possibilities that I was leaving on the table.
That's good. I wish a lot of people had that mindset, like you said, just that experience you learned from them. You didn't held it against them, but that's something that you learned from. And that leads into the next question. Is you teach that one magic number that can lead to mind-blowing profits. Can you give a sneak peek into that number and why is it powerful?
Okay. So I always say the magic number when it comes to land development and land flipping is 43,560. And that is the amount of square feet in an acre. So when you're evaluating a piece of land, you can utilize that number, and depending on the zoning and the square foot lots that property can have, you can determine how many building lots you can get on a piece of land by dividing it by that number, 43,560. So they got to get the book though to get all the details.
Hey, I gotta get the book and the course because that's an important piece. And just being around you, I know I learned one thing. I learned from you. Most people look for the acres, and one thing I'm learning as I'm learning to develop land is looking for the plots. Like you said, inside the acre, just
Yeah.
because you could build on them plots.
Correct.
So listen, y'all need to go get that book, and you will learn a lot. Another question I have for you is, what's one myth about land flipping that keep people broke?
One myth about land flipping that keeps people broke. I would say the myth that they can't do it or that it's beyond them. Because like I say, when I got started, I didn't know anything about this, but the information is available if you have the mindset to go get it, if you are determined to learn, to grow, and to implement. So it's not just learning it, but then once you learn it, you got to go do it. So I say breaking through the myth that they can't do it or they can't have success at it.
Yeah, and that's really good because the Bible in the book of James tells us what, be doers and not hearers only. And it also said, this is in the Old Testament. It says, God rejoices over the person who gets it started. And I think that takes faith, don't it? Because faith without works is dead. And a lot of people think too, faith is just like, oh yeah, I believe, but then they're not doing the work part. Like James said, I show you my faith by my work. So that was really good.
Hmm.
Also, I was going to say too, if someone gave you $500 and a laptop today, what exact steps would you take in the next 30 days to flip your first piece of land
$500
and a laptop?
and a laptop.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's a good question. You get my wheels turning. I got $500 and a laptop. I probably would take that 500, and that's all I got to my name, 500.
$100, what to do with that?
I gotta take, well, I would use it probably on some form of marketing, where I can try to attract, some leads from it, to where if I can do what's called skip tracing, that's where you can find off-market properties and talk directly to a seller to try to attract the deal. So I would, strategically try to attract, an off-market lead or deal that I then can convert that into a higher dollar amount to essentially multiply that money. So yeah, and then if I get hungry, I may keep $50 for some food or something, for some ramen noodles, and then put the rest towards marketing.
Going now, that's it. That's the secret right there. Them ramen noodles. If you building something, especially in the entrepreneur space, you're gonna need them noodles. So that was actually a good answer. I think that was a great answer. That's probably the best answer you could give on that one, because marketing is very important. And like you said, $500 in a laptop could really go away in this space right here. So thank you so much, Will. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming down here to Boro Office Solution. And also, I want to say, if you don't have a virtual mailbox, what is you waiting for? Make sure you check our website and get you a virtual mailbox. It's very important, especially if you're a business owner, if you're a developer or a builder or investor, to have a space where you have a professional address that help you get funded. So check us out at Boro Office Solutions. You can find us on all social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much, Will, for being here.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir.